Hello, everybody. It's Mel Cherrygate again. Today I have another interview with another sober mom and another person that wants to share her story and to connect. And her name is Courtney. She has an Instagram and she's also a coach for sober living. And I want to talk about with her, like to share her story and hopefully to help more people. And so you can introduce yourself, Kari, and let people know what you do and how did you um, like how did you start your sober journey? Why
Mm.
did you decide to stop drinking?
Well, it depends on how much time you have, because I could talk about this all day.
Okay.
My name's Corey, and I am an alcoholic. I started drinking in seventh grade, so I was about 12. And, it really was like that first sip moving into my body and making me feel like I belong.
Oh
I
my gosh.
always felt completely out of place. Never fit into any one group, a little uncomfortable in my own skin. And, alcohol was a great way to remedy that
Mm-hmm.
and feel okay in a group and okay with myself. So, being a fast learner, I quickly learned that that was my solution. And, as I believe alcoholism is a progressive disease, and the further into my drinking, similar to you, Mel, it was like fun and partying. And I was always like a little over the top, though. Like I always took it too far, always blacked out, always was like throwing up over some log at the party.
Always the one that kept drinking, right? Yeah,
Yes.
me
And
too.
thinking, yeah, and thinking everyone else was on the same level. Like, truly had no idea that I was one of the ones that was taking it farther than everybody else. So, fast forward to getting married, my husband and I had drinking in common, doing drugs together, partying. I did not know him sober.
Oh, it's the same. Oh my God. Yeah, the
I know,
same.
right? Isn't that wild?
Wild.
Yeah. So, deeper into my addiction, it's now becoming like, I can't drink how I want to around people. So, drinking alone, drinking after everyone goes to
Oh
sleep.
my God, it's the same. The same,
uh,
girl.
yeah, it's wild. Yeah. So I don't know. In my mind, I always knew that sobriety was the end goal for me. I just had no clue how to get there.
Mm-hmm.
And I tried quitting multiple times. I made a lot of rules around my drinking. 3 drinks in public. I
Just on
tried.
weekends.
Yeah. After 5 o'clock only,
Yeah.
I tried switching to organic wine because the
Okay.
alcohol percentage was lower. And
Mm-hmm.
if the alcohol percentage is lower, that means I can drink more.
Mm-hmm.
That was my
Yeah, I
logic.
know, I know, I know, I know. Our minds go in crazy ways to encourage ourselves to drink.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't make sense if you think about it,
No,
but
it's not logical.
it's not logical at all.
No, no. So I don't know how I quit. I don't. I just know that one day, I even made a video to myself. It was New Year's Day, January 1st, 2022. And in this video, my lips are stained red. I look insane. And I say to myself in the video, like, my anxiety is through the roof. I'm so tired. I'm so sick of myself. But I make it very clear that I am only committing to 30 days.
Okay,
And somehow I just kept going.
it's crazy.
So, yeah, it's
That's
wild.
awesome. Congratulations, because it's really hard to do. Because I did the
Yes,
30 days, I did the 3 months, and then I would would come back.
so would I. So that's why I'm saying I don't know how I continued, especially because I cried all day. I slept. I wasn't a mom. I wasn't a wife. And my
Hmm.
husband just let me. He's like, do what you need to do to get sober. And that lasted for about 5 months. And suddenly I felt this really weird feeling. And I was like, what is that? And it was joy.
Oh my God.
It was pure, childlike joy at like the smallest thing. And I had never felt that because I drank since I was 12 years old
Hmm.
and I
Um,
wanted more.
that's awesome, because when you said that when you had your first sip on alcohol, you felt like you belong. You felt finally found something. I had
Mhm.
exactly the same. It was like, okay, now I'm here. Now I know how to do. Now I feel present, which is crazy, right? But in the
Mm,
beginning, it is like this. And I also use other drugs and cocaine, but my main thing was drinking.
same.
Um, and then I remember when I was getting out of rehab for the first time and I relapsed. I remember that I was at the clinic. I was doing like during the day, stay at the clinic, and then I would sleep at home. I was like getting out. And then I decided on the clinic that day that I was so anxious that I could not take it anymore and I would drink that day. So I got out and I went to a cafe and I had my first sip of the wine and I felt I would never be able to stop drinking because this is what make me feel good. Is the only medicine that
Hmm.
goes my anxiety and
Hmm.
make me feel like okay, let's do this. And of course it's crazy because it's the opposite. Like you said, you felt joy for the first time because we attach alcohol to joy, alcohol to fun, alcohol to relax, right? And it's like me with my husband. He's not an alcoholic. He still drinks, by the way.
Mm.
And but we would drink every day together since the first day we met. And it was our life, but it was just like happy hour. It was not like how I got like to the point that I would have to wake up and drink
Mm. Yeah,
because I
same.
was shaking. And I always say that, like, if you imagine you drinking like a white wine on a beach is one thing. When the bottle of white wine is behind beside your bed is another thing.
Yes. Two very different
It's
stories.
it gets to a point that is medicine for
Hmm.
just to function, right?
Yep.
And I saw an interview for I don't remember her name, but she's a very famous anchor for news in United
Oh,
States. Maybe
uh-huh.
you
I
know
read
her.
that book.
Yeah, yeah, she's an alcoholic, and I saw her interview in Martha Stewart, I think. It was like 10 years ago. And I didn't think I was an alcoholic, but I was starting to feel that something was wrong. That, like you said, I would drink a little more, I would hide one bottle, I would start to drink first, and before I go out, I would drink at home. So I watched her interview, And she said that she would die for her kids, but she could not stop drinking for them. And that
Mm.
hit me so hard. But at that time, I still was like, I'm not that bad, you know, and maybe I wasn't that bad, but I was really on the path to that. And then when my father died, I just completely, you know, I went to this state of mind when he died, because he died suddenly from a heart
Mm.
attack. And I went to this mode that, oh no, I need to enjoy life while I'm still kind of young. And for me, enjoying life was
Just
drinking and
drinking.
using drugs, you know. And then I just put myself in. And now I know what you feel about the joy. I think uh, is you start to feel, right, because you stop numbing yourself. But it is really hard. I still have, I'm only 1 year sober, and I still have like bad days. I don't feel like drinking,
Right.
but I feel like something's missing,
Yep.
you know?
Hmm.
Like, okay, uh, like what do I do to with myself now? You know, because usually I would go drink or something like that. So sometimes I still feel like I have this anxiety about missing something,
Yeah.
and for me, it's the most difficult thing about sobriety for me uh, is to calm myself down. And I'm still doing the groups from the clinic I went. Is in Brazil, the clinic, and I do it online. And I'm still doing therapy 2 times a week. And but I think what it's been more healing for me was reaching out and telling my story. And I think with telling my story, the shame that I felt for everything I did when I was drunk or whatever, it was like dialed down a little bit because I was
Mm.
talking to other people with the same problem,
Yeah.
and so it is still helping me a lot. And what do you do? Do you have triggers? Do you still feel like drinking sometimes?
Um, no, I don't. And I just want to back up to something you said.
Okay.
Um, the whole reason I became a coach is because of exactly what you just said. I'm now sober. I don't know what to do with myself. The problems and the holes we felt filled with alcohol are still there. And when I was 2 years sober, I asked myself, is this it? Is this it? Is this why I quit? To feel like angry, lonely, anxious, sad, depressed. And so I searched for, something deeper, something bigger. And people don't realize that quitting drinking is the foundation of sobriety. That's not recovery.
No,
You
no, not
have
at
to do
all.
the work.
Yeah,
And
it's just the first step that you need to make.
yeah, and so that's where my passion is helping women that are already sober heal the reason they drank in the first place,
Mm-hmm.
deal with real life triggers and behaviors that are popping up now that you're sober. Because guess what? You don't know who you are. And you have to somehow figure that out. And that can be very confusing.
Very.
And then you
Yeah.
need to build new habits and new coping mechanisms to live life in a peaceful way.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah,
that's where I come in.
and this is awesome that you're because I think like I need like someone like you know, that's to say, okay, it's okay to feel off today, you know, because we think, okay, I quit drinking now.
I'm
You
fixed.
yeah, I'm fixed. You know, my mom, my mom liked to think that I'm cured, and she,
Hmm.
because for
Everybody
her,
likes to think that.
yeah, because for her it's like, okay, she's fine now, it's done.
Yep. Yep.
And my husband also goes to this path a little bit, and I understand.
Sure.
And but this can make us feel anxious because then you have suddenly all this pressure to be fine all the time,
Right. Right. And you're not.
and you're not because no one
No.
is.
No.
Right? No one is. Uh,
No.
like I've been talking to so many people, not just about people in addiction, but people that struggle with something in their life, and no one is okay all the time. And I think with social media, it makes like everything goes crazy,
Yeah.
anxiety, we're scrolling, and I think we need more people like you to help us to go through those days when
Yeah.
you're feeling like you just said, is this it? Is this it? This is how life is, and that's it.
Yeah.
Like,
Might as well go
that's
back
how
to
I drink.
drinking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes I thought to myself on my off days, like, if I didn't have a daughter, I think I might just give it up. You
Hmm.
know, but the problem is that I was living in hell when I was drinking. It was not
Me
fun
too.
anymore.
No.
If it was just the fun part, I would never
Yeah.
have stopped. And this is what I think we need to be very honest with people that need to stop drinking, want to stop drinking, are beginning the recovery. There's a grief, a big
Oh, the
grief,
grief.
like
Oh,
that part of yourself that you miss
mm,
it,
yeah.
you know, because I miss to fun Mel, you know. It's not that I'm not fun now, but it's different. Maybe I'm
Hmm.
more fun now for other people, but for myself, I was more fun when I was drinking or doing drugs. And of course there's a grief, like today I can go maybe like to a bar or a restaurant and go to dinner and I'm okay. But like clubs, like I used to go to dance, I still don't feel comfortable
Yeah.
because for me, I'm still in this space that I don't think I would drink, but I don't think I would feel comfortable
Yeah.
to go.
Yeah. So there's something there that needs healing.
Yeah, yeah, it's trauma, and you know everybody have it, and uh, I think like of course a lot of things happened to me when I was a child. I was bullied, and but I think everybody has this traumas in life. You know,
Yes.
I'm not this big case that's different from something horrible happened to me because it didn't.
Right.
But I think my father was bipolar, and he also used drugs occasionally, and I had to take care of him. So I think that didn't help. And
Yeah.
but to I think to today I was talking to a girl, and she said that she had to go find her inner child,
Mm.
and the first time I heard that was on Mel Robbins' podcast, which I love, by the way, and she said about the inner child, because when you feel the trauma in your body when you're a child, it stays with you, and that's why sometimes you get anxious even if there's nothing happen, like there's
Hmm.
no dangers. Sometimes I feel my anxiety is so high that it's like something's about to happen, like something big, you know.
Hmm.
And it's just in myself. And of course, I've learned a lot of exercise now, and I go to the gym and I do therapy and I talk to other people, and it helps. It's much better, but I still have it.
Yeah.
And I think your like your role here is to yeah, I think your goal is to help women to go through that in maybe like in a more positive way, right?
Yeah.
And I don't feel like I can coach, but I want it to be like a voice to reach out to people to talk about it, you
Yeah.
know. And but I think coaching it takes a lot of courage,
Mm.
but it's 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 a great thing to be doing with your life.
Yeah. I mean, it comes really natural to me. I've always been a healer. I have a certificate, a Reiki master certificate. And so,
Oh, this is nice.
yeah, I mean, I understand energy and I know that we store trauma in our body and like the body doesn't forget.
No,
So when you're in a situation and you feel anxiety, fight or flight, your body's telling you something. And if you ignore it, it's not going to go away.
no,
So we have to really like dig in there. And
yeah,
that's what I want to help people do is, not in like I can't diagnose anyone. I'm not a therapist, but I
but
have a deep understanding of the human condition and of alcoholism or it's now in the US called alcohol abuse disorder because
mm,
they want to include more people
okay.
and be like, well,
There's
I'm not an alcoholic,
yeah, it's
so I
there,
can keep
there's
drinking.
a spectrum, right? That
Yes.
like I am always but you know what I found out being sober is when I go to some gathering or anything that people are drinking, and especially with people I used to drink with, and then they know I don't drink anymore, but they feel uncomfortable.
Yeah. It puts a
They
mirror up to their drinking.
because of course it mirrors back,
Yeah.
but then it goes, but I'm not an alcoholic.
Yeah.
But like I don't think you need to be an alcoholic to stop drinking.
No.
And I just posted um, a story. I think it was last night. I have like four, one niece and three nephews that are like on their 20s, and they don't drink.
Hmm.
And this new generation is drinking much less. And
Correct.
one thing that I asked on the video that I made is that if alcohol was to be released today, would it be accepted?
No.
No,
Absolutely not.
of course not.
Yeah. No
It's
way.
the worst drug, and I can't like put together in my head that I could go right now to the supermarket and buy 50 bottles of whiskey and bring home.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Legally.
crazy.
Yeah.
Easily, like
I
I'm
know.
having a party and that's it.
Yep.
and
Yep. Party of
and
one.
and I think that how we changed the relationship with alcohol helped me a lot, because you have to reprogram in your brain that it's a drug, and that it's not even a drug, it's a poison.
Yeah. Well, both probably.
Yeah, because it's the same alcohol that you clean your house. It's just
Mm-hmm.
it's the same substance.
And put in your car.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah. It's
And then
ethanol.
but then they put this beautiful bottle of wine,
Yeah.
rosé, and I think we're now coming to a new era of thankful women are going more to sobriety, because it was a time that it was like that mom wine time, that I think was really bad for women,
Yep.
because it encouraged, oh, wine time. And of course, who can handle like one glass of wine? Great, you know, but I can't.
No.
It was always like, what the reason why I'm gonna drink one glass of wine? No, it's
Yeah,
not.
there's no point.
Yeah, exactly. And so you started your sober coaching, and like you reach people on Instagram, or people reach you on Instagram. How does it usually work?
Yeah, I mean, I talk to probably like 30 to 60 women a day
Oh my
about
God. That's
about like on Instagram in messages about, where they're at. And the sad thing for me as a coach is that very few people want help after they're sober. What I'm finding is that most people want help quitting.
oh, never
And I
thought of that.
personally believe that nobody can help you quit. I think, yes, if you go to rehab, that's a totally different animal.
Yeah, but
But
I relapsed. The
no
first,
one can help you quit. You have to
yeah,
be ready, you have to want it.
yeah.
And, that's not what I do. And so,
And quit is just the tip of the iceberg.
and nobody knows that. They don't know it
No,
or they don't want to believe it. I don't know what it is.
I
Maybe
think,
it's a new theory.
y- you know what? I think, like for me, it was so unimaginable, stop drinking or never have another drink in my life.
Mm,
That if I felt like, okay, I, I, I managed to quit, it was already okay, I'm done,
yeah,
so I think
right,
that it comes from that, you
right.
know and people are afraid to think about, I can drink forever, like no
Mm,
more,
yeah,
and this is a bad way of dealing with it, because then it makes you anxious.
right.
So this one day at a time is a little better. But if you I think, yeah, I think most people are in denial, right?
Yeah, or they're just not there yet.
Yeah,
They're
sometimes.
in the thick of their disease and they can't see past quitting, which yeah, of course. That's where I was too. Like I didn't it took me 2 years to get help. And I was a dry drunk. Do you guys use that term over there?
Yeah, yeah, I know what you mean, dry drunk.
Yeah,
I could function, like, I think I thought I could function at least, but I would get my kid to school, I would make dinner, I would wake up until I could not anymore.
right.
And that's when I went to rehab. But I was a functional alcoholic for years,
Yeah, me too.
you know, and I could not imagine, like, how do you go to a wedding and not drink, you know?
How can you sit on your couch and not drink? Who cares
Yeah,
about a
like,
wedding?
yeah, a wedding is too much. Like, how can I'm gonna watch some TV series without drink. And this is
No.
another thing. When I stopped drinking, then you start to realize that every serious TV show, movie, it's all about the drinking.
Hmm.
Everybody gets home and get a whiskey
As a
or a
drink. Yep.
wine.
Yep.
Yeah, now maybe it's changing a little bit, because I think so many celebrities are becoming sober, which is great. There more awareness, but
Yeah.
still, it involves around drinking. And I only realized that when I stopped, you know, that,
Yeah.
okay, my God, it's really everywhere. And
Yeah.
here in Portugal, it's crazy. Portugal is the the country that people drink more wine in the whole world, and it's a little country.
Mm.
So it's like going to have lunch. It's gonna be bottles and bottles of wine, and I mean in a weekday, you know. So I don't feel
Wow.
the need anymore. But it's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy how much people, and they go to work after. So I don't know. I don't know. And but I think this job that you're doing is the hardest one.
Yeah, I agree. I agree, but I'm not giving up.
No, I think it must be like the one of the best intentions and better way to give back and to help people. I think must be feel great, but it's really hard,
Yeah. Yeah,
right?
it's really hard.
Like to
Yeah,
have someone.
I
Sorry.
have to hope. Oh, you're fine. I have to hope that, you know, there are more people like me out there that want more out of their life.
Yes, but it is. There is. But some people just can't do it. And one thing
Yeah.
that it's I actually I think I made a post about it because people say when you're still drinking or still using drugs that it doesn't even need to be a substance. It can be sex or whatever you're addicted to.
Yeah, shopping,
Yeah, that's
gambling.
ruining your life anyway.
Yep.
And any addiction that people say, oh, you have to start to see the beautiful things in life. Like you said, that you felt joy, but it's not on the first day. It's not. You have to go through the hard part. And
Yes.
and even when it's not addiction, I have my best friend. She suffers from depression and she's a borderline. And I met her on rehab and she doesn't use anything. And she was doing great and we talked the whole day and suddenly now she had to go back to rehab because she just
Couldn't
came
do
back
it.
to depression. And
Yeah.
so it's not just addiction and mental health, it's very complicated. And
Yeah.
I started to want to do this because I was in rehab. I was in um, I was close to what we call craziness because
Mm.
people go insane
Mm-hmm.
literally and not just by substance. You know, people start to hear voices. So I came really close to what we call crazy. And it's funny how you get used to
Mm-hmm.
craziness.
Mm-hmm.
And then I thought, I don't know why I'm here. I'm not that bad. But then when I thought about it, what I was doing to myself was crazy
Yeah.
because I was living a life that it was in my head. You
Yeah.
know, I was sick, but I was thinking I was having fun.
Yeah.
So the mental illness awareness is also really, really important because sometimes it's what led you to drink or to use drugs, and sometimes you just can't handle life
And both.
in both. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. The truth is that it's not easy for anyone, but I have been feeling this now that of course you start to following people that are sober, then becomes more people that are sober in your
Mm-hmm.
when you're scrolling and then you make connections. And but I do feel there's a new wave of people wanting to live a better life.
Yeah, and I think the more we recover out loud, and that
Mm,
means like being really, really honest and showing the really, really ugly parts
mhm.
and the truth. You know, it's not glamorous
No.
and it's hard. But I think the more we talk about it, the less shame, hopefully, there will be for other women to come forward and heal and be like, oh my gosh, that's me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not alone. Like there's other people out there like me. And alcohol wants you to feel alone and
Yeah.
isolated and special. You're the
Yeah.
only one.
When you start to drink by yourself is when you start to really go down,
Yep. Yep.
because then it's just you and your best friend, right?
Hmm.
And to lose your best friend, it's
That's
hard.
brutal. It's brutal. It is brutal.
And I always say it's not gonna be easy. And
No.
I went to rehab. Some people like yourself, you did by yourself, which is awesome. But I still think even if I didn't, even if I gone to rehab and I didn't get to the point where I was like, okay, no, I need to stop, the rehab would be nothing. Because
Exactly.
I have people that goes like 10 times, 12 times, they keep going. And what I realized the last time was, okay, my life is this right now. It's rehab and then 2 months sober and then relapse and then going to rehab. And and that's what I think I really got it, that I need to stop.
Yeah.
But I think what you're doing is amazing.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Uh, I think uh, if you can help, like, of course, you talk with like 30 women and only like 4 or 5 will be willing to do the work.
Yep.
Yeah, but it's
That's
worth it.
enough. That's enough. I'll
That's
take
enough.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's great. So it was great to talk to you. Really
Thank
great.
you.
I think
Thank you.
you and
You
my
as well.
yeah, it was really good to connect. And I will just edit some parts and then I'll post it and I'll let you know. And hopefully we can like reach as many people as we can,
All right.
so you can help them. And 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 we just keep going, right?
Yep. We just keep going. We do it anyway.
Yeah. And anything you need, just reach me and I'll do the same.
Okay. Sounds good.
Okay. Okay. Bye.
Bye.